Hello, Dave here with emergencyprepguy.com. I appreciate you stopping by. I just wanted to do a really quick video and show you guys our latest batch that we have in the freeze dryer. It's nothing special, it's just carrots, but the main thing I wanted to talk about is with all of the shortages being announced by Biden a couple of weeks ago, saying it's coming to America, and the supply chain issues that we've had. My wife and I, we've been keeping the freeze dryer going pretty much steady 24/7. And so we went to Winco. At Winco, they sell bags of carrots like that big, just huge ones. They call them juicing carrots. They're just normal carrots. But anyway, we washed up a bunch of those, put them in the freeze dryer. I'll show you those bags in a minute. But the other day, we also, I think it was at Costco, we've got a bunch of big bags of frozen chicken breast, and we brought them home, grilled them up, sliced them up, and put them in the freeze dryer. And after I did that, I was looking at the price of online for freeze-dried chicken. In a number 10 can, they were selling for almost $60. It's just crazy what the prices are going to now. So if you have the ability to get a freeze dryer, I highly recommend it. It's the best way to get the best kind of food affordably, because you can just buy the food at the grocery store and freeze dry it yourself. If you can't afford that, then get like a dryer, like a dehydrator, or some other way to start saving your own food. And I'll show you downstairs also when we go down there. You can buy some of the basics and can those as well. But anyway, let's get to it, and I'll show you this batch that we have in the freeze dryer. Okay, here we are in our food storage room. You can see those are the 2 bags of carrots that I was telling you about that we picked up at Winco. Just get an idea how big they are. You can see for this batch I'm going to show you in the freeze dryer, that's how much of the bag, you can see how much I took out of there of carrots. We had about 6 or 7 carrots that we couldn't fit in the freeze dryer in this batch, so we'd already washed them up, so we'll use them in the next run. So now I'll take you over and show you the freeze dryer. Okay, here's the freeze dryer with the carrots in it. We'll talk about these carrots in a minute. First I want to show you this screen down here. Let's see, we've been running almost 14 and a half hours so far. Now you'll notice on these trays of carrots, these are the older trays that are a little taller. I like them better than the newer trays. I have the newer trays as well. But the freeze dry company always tells you to just fill the food up to the top of the tray. I think the reason they say that is because if you do that, the batches get done faster. What I like to do is, as you can see, I like to fill my batches up as full as I can. And the reason I do that is because then 2 of the trays fill up 1 number 10 can. Now when I overfill them this much, it's probably going to be like 1.5 trays will fill up a number 10 can. And if I have some left over, I just throw them in a Mylar bag and throw an oxygen absorber in there and seal it up, because we have lots of Mylar bags and oxygen absorbers and sealers for that too. But I would prefer to have them filled up like this and the batch take a little bit longer. So that's the way I like to do it. Now, if you saw my video a year and a half ago or so where I had a big pallet of these crab meat, they really didn't have crab meat in them. They're just empty cans that I bought from a company that was planning on filling them with crab meat. They're just printed on. And I got a really good deal on them because they were printed on. And I don't care. I can just handwrite what really goes in the can. But anyway, these boxes, I got a pallet of the cans, and then I ordered all these boxes, and then as you can see, I put the cans in the boxes. Each of these boxes holds 6 right now empty cans of these number 10 cans, and so gradually we'll get all those filled up. We've got a lot of them filled up already. Not these. These are what we got left that are empty. But anyway, if you can do number 10 cans, I recommend it. I just really like them. It makes it easier to store than Mylar bags. But we got a lot of boxes of Mylar bags too. But anyway, this is my cans sealer. It seals up these number 10 cans. You can get them. They're still available. I mean, there's different places you can buy them. This one was a refurbished one I bought a year and a half ago or so. I apologize for this mess. This is just our last Winco run. We just picked up a bunch of these bags of dried foods. I'll show you those in a minute. And then these are recent batches from freeze-dried batches that I haven't put in boxes yet. I kind of wait till I get 6 of one thing so that I can fill a whole one of these boxes with 6 of one thing, kind of like you see me do over here. This whole thing is raw eggs that we freeze-dried. So if you can see here, these 2 cans here were a bunch of mixed fruit that we bought at Costco. We did a freeze-dry run with that. We're gonna buy some more, and when we get 6, we'll put them in a box. This was a batch of peas, just frozen peas from the grocery store that we had that we're getting we were worried about and get them. We hadn't used them, and we were worried about them getting freezer burnt, so we just freeze-dried them. Then here's the recent batch of grilled chicken I was telling you about. Down here, we had some imitation crab we weren't eating, so we did those. And then here's some onions from our garden last year. And here, this is just like wheat flour, baking soda, pancake mix, if I remember right. And over here is just some pinto beans, and there's some more pinto beans, and then some split pea soup, if I remember correctly, and then some wheat flour, rolled oats, and some cream of wheat and hot cereal and corn muffin mix, and then I forget what all of these under there are. There's a couple of cans of zucchini just from our garden last year we just recently did. Now in this video, I'm not going to go through the whole process of how to run the freeze dryer. I did that though in one of my other videos. I'll put a link to it. I think it's on this side up here. And that video is called How to Freeze Dry Raw Eggs. And in that video, I take you through the whole process of running the freeze dryer, how to change the vacuum oil, pump oil even, how to run the computer, and just how to do the whole system. So if that's information you're interested in, check out that video. So I just want to encourage you, you know, a lot of the boxes I have in here in my food storage room are boxes that I bought from food storage companies that came freeze-dried before I had the freeze dryer. I've had them for years and years. Those are 4 or 5 times the price than what I paid for it now. But I really recommend if you haven't, you know, you have the ability to get a freeze dryer. Because then you can just pick up extra things as you're going to the grocery store, especially if you go to like Costco or Winco, and then as you grow your garden, you can freeze dry that. If you're raising your own meat like I am, you can freeze dry that. That's the cheapest way to get, you know, fun, what I call more fun foods, like, and more healthy, like fruits and vegetables and meat and things like that. And then, but also pick up stuff like the basics, like at Winco, like I showed you the bags of the type of stuff I have there. And then you want to get the things that go with it, the seasonings, and so that whatever you like, if you cook refried beans, what are you going to put in it? You know, to make it taste good. You want to make sure you store those kinds of things. I'll put below this video a link to a company. I don't have any affiliation with them, and I don't make anything from it, but I'll put a link below this video to where you can, as of the time of this video, you can still buy wheat in bulk. They come in like big, I can't remember if it's 5 or 7 gallon, I think it's 5-gallon buckets that are stored in a way that they'll last 30 years. But you know, with me, we're trying to prepare not just for my wife and I, but also for our 4 married kids and all our grandbabies, in case we end up feeding all of them. Plus the neighbors, you know, who knows who's not going to be prepared that we gotta help out. But I just really recommend that you get a freeze dryer if you can afford it. I'll put a link to that below this video as well, where I got mine, in case that's helpful. I'll also put a link to a couple of dehydrators. Those are a lot more affordable. You can do those, and then you know, there's the old canning methods that our parents and grandparents used to do. So just prepare, just get ready. Okay, well, thanks so much for watching the video all the way to the end. I hope it was interesting. Please don't forget to share this on your social media. That helps us out more than anything else. And liking the video really helps with the Google algorithm. And if you like this kind of content, we'd love to have you subscribe. So again, appreciate it. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you in the next video.